Start. Hi guys, this is Rahul Prajapati. Welcome to another demo video. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the option chain and option chain what if analysis. So let's see how this tool works and how can we use this particular tool to understand and improve our trading. Now the question is, what is what if analysis? We all know what is option chain and we know how to use it specifically. But what if tool is a unique tool that we provide to our pro members and it is not available anywhere. So how do we use it? It is basically help you to understand what is the impact of option Greeks on the change in the price, volatility and time. So option premium are majorly affected by these three factors. So how these three works, we need to see that. So let's understand what is the option chain first and then we will move on to the what if analysis. First of all, to reach to that point, we need to open our Quants app. So here, what we need to do is, we need to find the option chain. So you can write option chain here. So when we write the option chain, and we'll click on this here. Okay. So first of all, there are two columns here you need to see. First one is the option chain here. Okay. And the second one is what if analysis. So we'll come to this point. What are the other variables we need to look for first? The first one is the expiry date. Okay. So we need to select the expiry for which we are looking for this particular stock or index. Now, stocks generally have expiry on monthly basis. So that's why it is showing the 24th June. Now, if we check for Nifty, let's say, because index have a weekly expiry too, so we can select the specific expiry that we want. Okay, so I'll click on 17th June. So it will give me the prices and other factors based on the 27th June expiry. Okay, now let's see what are the details that we need to look for here. First of all, there are a few things that we need to start. So the first thing that we need to look for is the strike prices. Okay. This option chain is basically available on NSE website also. So you can check there also. But there are a lot of other factors that you won't get there. So you can use this in an efficient way. Now, this is the first thing. So left hand side is basically for a call option. Okay. Right hand side is basically for a put option. So details are same on the both sides. Fine. Now let's see what do we need to see other things. First is the premium. So if you check the option premium here, this one. So what does that mean for call and put both? Okay. Now every strike price here, that is, let's take one specific, let's say 15,900 I'm taking. So 15,900 strike price here is giving you the price. The call option is trading at 55.25. On the put side, it is trading at 75.55. So that is the current price of this particular strike price on call and put side. Okay. So you can see here's a call. Okay. And you can see here's a put. So this 75.5 is the rate of 15,900 put option. Okay. This 55.25 is the rate of the 15,900 call option. Okay. So that's a simple thing. So we understand the strike price and the premium. Fine. Now, what are the things we need to look for? The second column is change. Second column is basically a change in the premium. Okay. So here you can see the change in the premium. Here we need to understand the small concept that, the option premium are for call options specifically. They are positively related with the spot price. That means if spot price is going up, the option prices, that is specifically we are talking in terms of call options, the call option will go up, in this case. So that's why the prices are positive today. So that means markets are probably going up today. Okay. So Nifty might be in a positive territory trading today. That's why the premium are in a positive change. Okay. So they are positively related. Put option price are negatively related with the spot price. That means if Nifty goes up, the put option will lose its value. Okay, so that's why it is losing its value in the negative side. Okay, now this is the change in the premium. So So that means if I see today, the current premium is 55.25 and the 16.85 is the new change, today change. So that means market moved up. So yesterday price, if we deduct the 16.85 from 55.25, we will get the yesterday's price. So that's change in for today. Okay, from last day closing till the time, it's 140 right now. So whatever the change is, the max is 16.85 we have in this particular strike price for all. Okay, now, so this is the change in premium. Now, third concept that is the most used by a trader is OI and change in OI. Okay, for both sides, OI and change in OI. So you can check this also. Now, what is the concept here to look for? Let's take an example. Open interest, we basically know it's kind of, whenever we trade in options or in derivatives market, we are not trading the quantities. We are trading the lot size specifically. So generally when we trade in contracts, right? So let's say if I'm buying a one contract on Nifty, someone might be selling one contract to me. Okay. So that one buy and one sell will constitute one open interest. Okay. So that is in terms of option contracts. Okay. So one contract will have a 75 quantity. Okay. So if we multiply that 1 multiply by that 75 is the lot size of this particular index. So you will get this value. So there could be, n number of, contracts might have been traded for, let's say this 15,900 call option. So we have multiplied that contract with 75 to get this value. So that is the OI. Okay. So it is in the quantity, not in the contracts. If you check the NSE website, there you will get in contracts. Okay. So if you multiply that contract with 75, you will get this value. So the current OI for 15,900 is 42,36,525. Okay. So that is the current OI. Likewise, we have another strike price here. If we check this one, so it is having 40 lakhs. Okay. So highest OI as of now is at 15,900 call option. Okay. Now, when we talk about OI, you can simultaneously check the same thing on the put side. Okay. So if we check the highest value here, so we have 15,800, that is 57 lakhs here. Okay. Almost 58, right? So that is the, the OI addition on the put side. Okay. That is the total open interest at the put side. So 15,000 call option have traded 57 lakh shares, buying and selling both. Okay, so we are considering this from the both perspective. Okay, so I think we are clear till this point. Now, what is the another column we have here is that is change in OI. Okay, so that is change in OI. You can check on the both the side. Now, what is this? This 42 lakh contracts, the shares that we have traded, sorry. So out of that, 16 has added today. Now, today's morning session, the session started at 9:15. From that point of time till 1:40, okay, whatever the amount, whatever the new quantities that has been added, that is this. So change in Y specifically for today. Okay. Now, next day when market will start. So what is the value? So out of this 42, if we check this, out of this 42, 16 has been added today only. So yesterday it might be, somewhere around, you can say it would be, if we say 26 lakh, okay, fine. So the shares would be, yesterday it might be a 26 lakh value. Now it has increased to 42 lakh just because of addition of this. Here we have added 8 lakhs only. Okay. Now if you see on the put side, this is 57 lakhs. So that's very high value. Out of which 35 has been added today only. Okay. So now when we study this value specifically, so that value comes from the perspective of sellers. We consider these value from the sellers. So that means if seller is, if these much sellers are aggressive on this particular call, that means they are selling this call option 15,900. So they want this market to stay below 15,900. Okay. That means their expectation that market will not move above 15,900 for this expiry. On the downside, if we check from the put seller, we get this value as 15,800. Okay. So here we have the highest value. What does that mean? It means that if market is likely to fall, it will not break 15,800 on the downside. Now, looking at this particular analysis, we can say 15,800 is working at good support level for the market. Even if market falls, it will likely to take support at this price. Okay. On the upside, we can say 15,900 has the highest Y. Similarly, we have the highest Y at the 16,000. That is very near to this value. So these two levels are very good resistance level for market as of now. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so whenever we are studying the open interest, we are talking in terms of option sellers, how much position they are creating here. Okay, so that is the another thing from the Y perspective. Now we have a volume also. So generally when we trade options or derivatives, we don't look at the volume specifically. Open interest will suffice the purpose. Now what are the other thing in addition we have, as you know, is compared to the other option chains, right? So if we check any particular strike price, let's say I'll take again 15,900, this strike price. So here what addition thing we have is the option Greeks. Okay, you can check the option Greeks also here. So these values. Okay, if you're talking in terms of option Greeks, we get the values just in that row only for that particular strike price. So 15,900 call option has a delta of 0.45, theta is of -14, vega is almost 5, and that is gamma rate. Okay, so that's the rate we have from the option Greeks. Okay, so that's all from here as of now. So we can check for other you can say other stocks also if you want to check. So let's see for any particular stock. I'll move to, let's say, let's check for HDFC Bank. Okay, so I'll click on this. Okay, so I'll get this HDFC Bank option chain. So same value, but for this particular stock. Now there is one more observation. If you check here, you will see there are a lot of negative value here. So that is the change. So that means the open interest has decreased on this particular call option by 1 lakh shares. So why this might happen? Because stock might have moved above this strike price. So if someone is selling this strike price thinking that market should stay below this, if market moves up, they will be in a loss. So they book loss. They are exiting from the position. So that's why it is showing you negative OI here. So that means people are exiting from these strike prices. Okay, earlier they might have sold it, so they are now buying it back. Okay, so that is the concept. So that is we call unwinding. So call unwinding happening. So this is call addition. This negative is call unwinding. Here we can say put unwinding. This is pull addition. Okay, so that is the thing. So we can check this particular OI analysis, what if analysis for call and put both, and for indices and the stocks also. Fine. Now let's see what are the other things. Now let's move to the important topic that we were discussing, that is what if analysis. Okay. Now let me give you a base first. I'll move to the Nifty again. That will be easy. Okay. Now we'll move to the what if analysis again. Now, what is this? Why what if analysis is important to understand? Now you need to see one thing. Okay, let's take one particular strike price. We'll go with 15,900 only. Okay, fine. Now, what is this? A price of the option, that is premium. This is this value. We're talking in terms of this value. This value is affected by time, days, basically. IV, that is volatility and change in the underlying price. Okay, so here we need to discuss three major points. First is the delta, right? So we are talking in terms of this option Greeks, delta. Okay, delta is directly related to the price movement. Okay, fine. Second is we have theta. Okay, theta is basically related to the time, this option. Okay, Third one is Vega. Okay, so Vega is basically related to volatility. Okay. These are the three things we need to look for. It is same for put also. So that is the thing. So now you need to see how these factors are impacted, because how the premium is affected by because of these three values. Okay. Now first, let's talk about the delta first. Now delta is, by bookish definition, we know what is this. This is basically rate of change of premium with respect to change in underlying. Okay. Now when there is a change in the spot price, let's say the spot price is going up or spot price is going down, option premium change, but they don't change in every strike price, does not change their premium with same quantum. 15,800 call option might have a different change if there is a 100 points change in the call option or spot price. If there is a 100-point decrease, the option prices will behave differently. There is not a single change in the similar change in the all these strike prices. We have a different change. So that is basically impacted by delta. Now let's see what is delta here. So we'll take this call option 15,900. Okay, so this call option. Now 15,900 call option has a delta of 0.4. Okay, this 0.4. What does that mean? If there is a 100-point change in the Nifty from this value, so this is 15,860 as of now, and the premium is 43 rupees. Okay, if there is a 100-point change in this particular premium will change by 40 rupees. That means it will become somewhere around 80 to 85 rupees. That is the effect. Okay, so every strike price has a different delta. 15,900 will react differently with 100-point change in the spot price. Probably 15,600 might have changed with the 90. Okay, so this price will change. So let's see the effect on two strike prices. Okay, so we will see the first on So we will see the first change on this price, and second we will check on this strike price. Okay, so I'll change the spot price by 100 points. Now let's see how this affect. Now first we can write it so that we will able to recall what is the value. So I'm writing here only 270, okay, and 443.88. Okay, now I'll change the price by 100 rupees and see the effect on these strike prices. Okay, first let's come to this, and I'll change it to 960. Okay, wait. So I'll update it. Okay, so I'll change it to 100 rupees. Now this premium, this 280 has become 362. This 43 rupees will become 96 rupees. Now you can see the delta is also changed. Okay, delta is also changed by some value. Okay, so the change in delta is basically defined by gamma. Okay, so that's why I haven't discussed this. Delta and theta, delta and gamma are actually interrelated. Delta is not a static value. This particular strike price has a delta of 92 earlier. Now it has become 96. So the delta value is also keeps on changing. So that is basically affected by gamma. Gamma is a rate of change of delta with respect to change in spot price. Okay. Now we understood the effect of the change in the spot price. Okay. If there is a spot price, if there is a some XYZ change in the spot price, how your option price will react, that is explained by delta specifically. Okay, so delta will give you a approximate change in the price of an option if there is a change in XYZ price of underlying. I think that is simple, so we can understand the delta very easily. Now let's come back to the same position and see how this price will affect us. Now we know that there is a positive and negative relation. If call has a positive relation with spot price, okay, so if market goes up, the call option will change its price to the positive value. Now when we're talking in terms of put option, they have a negative effect. So if market moves up, they will lose its value in quantum to the delta. Okay, market moves up, so this particular this particular strike price, this might have a delta of 40 to 50, I think. So When market moves up by 100 points, this particular option has lost its value by 50 rupees. Okay. Generally, at the money call option has a delta of 50. Okay. Generally, at the money call option has a delta of 50. This subject to few exceptions here, because there are few changes in terms of when we are very close to expiry. So that is a different scenario, but mostly at the money has a 50 delta. That means if there is a change in 100 rupees in the stock price or underlying price, your at the money call option put option will change its premium by 50 rupees. That is the concept. So I think we are clear with delta. Now let me reduce the price to back to the 0. Okay, and we'll come back to the 860. This is just to understand the effect of change in premium because of change in the underlying. So we'll back to the same stage. So this value has become same, 43.55. Okay. Okay. Now let me change it to 50 rupees down or 10 rupees down. You can check that value by. Let's say I'm listening to 750. Okay. I'll update. So this premium has become 15 rupees now. Okay. So when market goes down, the call option will lose its value. So it's lost its value by 35 rupees. Okay. So that is the effect of delta. I think this is clear. Now the second topic that is we required is to understand the effect of time. Okay. So let's see. So I need to change it to the next expiry. So let's see first. So I'll go to the 24 expiry and I'll again come back to understand this effect. So the time effect is basically defined by theta. Okay. So now for the 24 expiry, we have 9 days as of now. You can check this. Okay. Now let's take this example again. Now in the previous example, when we're talking about the delta, we kept days and IV constant. So that means we are not considering the change in the days and IV. So here we are considering the case of theta. So we will keep IV and price constant to see the effect of theta. Now theta is basically related to passage of time. As the time passes, the option premium lose its value. Okay. So why it will lose its value? Let's see. How it will lose its value? Let's see. So theta gives you a 1 day value that will be lost from an option strike price. Okay. So we can go with 15,900. Let's see what is the effect now. So I'll increase the days here one by one. Okay. Now you can see. Now what does that effect will have? If there is no change in the spot price or IV, what will happen? If I increase day 1 day, so this value, this 122 will lose its value by 7 rupees or approximately 7 rupees. Okay. So let me increase to 1 day. Okay. See, this option lose its value by almost 7 to 8 rupees. 9 rupees you can say. Okay. Now theta is increased for this strike price. You can check for any particular strike price. Okay. Now let's move one more day ahead. Fine. So it's lost its value again by some XY rupees. Now here we have 8 theta here. If you check the theta value is 8 now. So theta is also increasing as we are moving towards the expiry. Okay. So that is the call. Now I'll change one more day. Now see, again it lost value by 9 rupees. Now theta has become almost 9 rupees. So let's see, 98 rupees has become 89. So again 9 rupees lost. See, the theta value started increasing. We started with somewhere around 6 or 7 rupees. Now it has become 9 rupees. Again it's lots losing its value. Same on the put side is happening. Now we have left with 3 days, so it is losing its value continuously. Now the theta has become 12. Now see 15, and again the premium is losing its value. Okay, and that is 21. Now again, if market does not reach 15,900, what will happen? The market will become 0. This option premium will become 0. So its lots is 120 rupees premium, 124 rupees. All these strike prices has lost its all the time value. Now if market closes above this 15,800, so this particular strike price retains some intrinsic value. That's why this has a value. Okay. Above 15,800 strike price will not hold any value. They will, turn to zero and dusted. Okay, zero, that means zero. These options will become, they will expire worthless. Same on the put side, on the downside, if we are talking in terms of downside. So from below 15,900, all options will become zero on the put side. Okay, so that is the concept of the theta. Vega is again will have a same impact, will keep the things changed, and there will be no change in the days and the spot price. So how the volatility will change its price. So see, I'll come back to the zero state. Okay, so no change in the spot price, no change in the days, and price is again the same. So what will happen? The volatility has a kind of positive impact on the premium. So generally, if there is an increase in the volatility, what will happen? The premium prices will increase. Okay. Now see, if I change it to 5%, let's say I'll change by 5%. So what will happen? The premium will jump if there is no change in the underlying in the days. See, so you can select 15,900, that is 119. The price is 119, so I'll change it by 5%. See, the premium has become 127. Okay, so that is the concept. If volatility will increase, the premium increase. So it has a positive impact on both call and put. Fine. So that is the concept here. So we understood the concept of delta, theta, and vega. Okay, gamma we have already understood. So there is no need to understand that. So how this what if analysis is working for us? So we can see the impact of the change in the these three factors, specifically time, volatility, and price. If we are changing them simultaneously, you can see the effect on the option prices. Now you can also predict your prices option premium if you have taken some position. Let's say you bought some call, you have created some XYZ strategy. Now by simulating these values, let's say market moves by 100 points, 200 points. So by checking this, you can understand the effect of the effect on the premium of change in these values. So that is how we use the what if analysis. Okay. So this will definitely help you to understand the option Greeks in a much better way. And Greeks are very important to trade the derivatives market. Okay. So that's all from this particular video. I hope you like the video. I hope this will help you to understand the market better and trade in the derivatives market in an efficient manner. So that's all from my side for today's video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys.